Station A.
Thank you.
We're in a central power station, and we generate DC, direct current power Mr. Edison's light bulbs.
He was the DC guy, that's for sure.
Yep. Alternating current was available, but it was used for arc lighting. And there were no regulations as to the installation or insulation of arc lighting cable. So many times it was run bare. This is high voltage alternating current. Many fires, many electrocutions.
Right.
Edison did not want to use that type of electricity because he did not want to be associated with hurting somebody.
It was a safety issue for him.
Right, exactly. If you grab both legs of 110 volt DC, you're going to get poked and you're going to let go. If you grab both legs of a 220 volt AC, your muscles contract, and if the current goes across your heart, you're dead.
Yeah.
He did not want to be associated with that. And he knew that at some point in time, either an end user or an installer was going to do something stupid. So he concentrates his effort on direct current. And for 13 years, he has a monopoly on the domestic lighting market with direct current.
The only problem with direct current is distribution.
Yeah, it can be transmitted for only about a mile.
Right.
Now, alternating current, again, is available, but it's only got a 2-mile radius. So, is that an improvement? Kind of. But if you're not using alternating current, no.
Right.
No. Now, the first central power stations were located on Pearl Street in New York City and went into operation in 1882. It powers a 1-mile radius, which includes Broadway and Wall Street. It's in Lower Manhattan. The sole surviving engine dynamo set from the very first central power station is located here. It was given to Henry Ford by Thomas Edison, shipped in at a weight of 30 tons, and this year it's going to be 133 years old. It's a National Historic Monument, but what's more amazing is the fact that it still works.
It's a piece of artwork.
It is.
It's beautiful.
It's basically hand sculpted. The process we have here is that we burn coal to generate steam, to operate steam engines that turn the dynamos and generate DC power. Today, we use nuclear fuel, coal, oil, or gas to generate steam, to turn turbines, and turn generators to generate AC power. In 133 years, the equipment has changed, but the process has
not
remained the same.
You just need constant motion.
That's it. And you get that through the generation of steam and the application of that steam through a mechanical device. What you're looking at there are the boilers that generate the steam.
These were the steam boilers.
Boiler fronts are from the West Orange Laboratory of Thomas Edison. What's behind them are 1944 Babcock and Wilcox Water Tube boilers.
When was the last time you heated these up?
That would have been 1982, the 100th anniversary of Edison's first central power station. 1982, the 100th anniversary. We had a film crew in here, and they were filming a documentary for Caltech. And it was a physics series called The Mechanical Universe and Beyond. Module 37 is the production of electricity, and that was filmed here in this building. And it shows all of the equipment in this building operating in video clips.
Really?
And it's on the internet for free.
Piping here.
This piping here comes from the boiler. And
Comes from the boiler. Oh, I got it.
And the steam engine takes in the steam through the steam chest. The piston is either traveling towards you or away from you.
Okay.
If it's traveling towards you, it's exhausting.
Okay.
If it's traveling away from you, it's admitting.
Gotcha.
It's a double-acting steam engine. So that when one side's exhausting, the other side's emitting. So you've got this kind of a motion. If you consider only the piston, at the end of its stroke, the piston would stop. But because of the flywheel, which absorbs a form of energy called inertia,
It forces it back.
it continues past the head end and crank end of the stroke and continues the stroke in the opposite direction. That inertial energy is the conversion of the thermal energy to mechanical energy, which turns dynamos to generate DC power. Now, to get direct current, you've got to have some form of mechanism to generate electrical power. Let's go down here.
The longevity of light bulbs is the problem. The weakest lasts for a few hours, and the strongest lasts
This
for
is
a day and a half.
an Edison
That's where I
dynamo.
think you're getting your
Edison was an
information.
avid fan of
What
Michael
Edison does is
Faraday.
he says, okay, I
In
can make an electrical
1800,
system exactly
invent or experimenter in the Royal Society of England.
But to invent the system
In 1831,
is a reliable
Michael Faraday demonstrates that if you pass a bar magnet through a coil of wire, you will induce electrical flow. 5 days later, he spins a metal disc through a horseshoe magnet and induces electrical flow. Edison commercializes that second experiment. You've got two uprights and a yoke going across the top. That's your horseshoe. Your two legs of the horseshoe are wrapped in electrical wire. If you pass a DC current through that, you're going to get an electromagnet. The rotor is a coil of wire set between the two legs of the electromagnet.
Okay, so yeah.
And it's spun by the steam engine.
Now I can invent electrical system because
As that coil of wire cuts through that magnetic field, it generates electrical flow. Depending on how that electrical flow is picked up, will determine whether it's alternating current or direct current.
There's actually a neat story that goes.
Direct current is a
The
commutator.
Edison company slowly started getting. rid of
Alternating current is slip
something
rings.
Edison came up with when he first.
That's the only difference.
Electric power company back
This
in
takes
the
only 1/2 of the sinusoidal wave,
Right.
and it just stacks it in time.
Yeah.
All he charged you for was the.
Alternating current takes the full sinusoidal wave and compresses it 60 times a second.
This was getting expensive. Okay? The last company to keep it.
Which is going from positive to negative, positive to negative.
On and off, on and off. But it's so fast, you can't perceive it.
Right.
The same thing with DC current. This engine is traveling at 350 RPM. This dynamo is traveling at 1600 RPM. You don't see the little bumps in the 110 volt DC current because it's not perceivable.
Right. With the oscilloscope, you can.
You can.
Of course, they probably told the lawyer.
Pretty amazing.
"Don't fight too hard," because this
These look
was
like original light bulbs, are they?
No, they're reproductions.
Reproduction.
Yes. We have them made for us to emulate the 1880, 1900 era Edison light bulb. These are rated in candle power. The average dining room candelabra held 4, 6, or 8 candles. These bulbs are rated at 16 candle power. They're twice as bright.
Within 6 months after getting a
Plus
victory
it's
in court,
safe,
he went
clean,
bankrupt.
illumination on demand.
This is the quintessential.
When you're not burning candles, you don't create soot. You don't have a fire problem. And Edison markets to the ladies of the household because they're the ones that got to scrub the soot off the walls and ceilings, saying they'll never have to scrub them again.
He's thinking of you.
Yes, he was. This is for you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's your safety, your cleanliness of household. Because you know who's not going to scrub the walls and ceilings.
See, when Edison marketed